Most people will never be rich. Not because they aren't smart enough, not because they don't work hard enough, but because they have been programmed to fail. Society has trained you to work for money, not to control it. They've taught you to trade your time for a paycheck, not to build wealth that works for you. They've fed you the illusion of security while keeping you financially enslaved. But today, that changes. The strangest secret is this: we become what we think about. And if you truly understand that, if you apply it to wealth, you will unlock the exact blueprint that separates the broke from the rich, the weak from the powerful. In these next lessons, we will rip apart the financial lies you've been told. We will rebuild your mindset, your habits, and your strategy, so that wealth is no longer just a dream, but a guarantee. By the end of this, you will have the tools to take absolute control over your financial future. But only if you're ready to break free. Are you? Then let's begin. Lesson 1. Wealth begins in the mind. We become what we think about. Listen closely. There's a reason the rich get richer and the poor stay broke. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's mindset. A force more powerful than any market trend, investment, or business strategy. Before you touch a dollar, before you build an empire, you must first construct the foundation in your mind. Because wealth isn't found in your bank account. It's born in your thoughts. Every dollar you have, or don't have, is a direct reflection of your beliefs about money. Every decision, every hesitation, every failure, it all traces back to the programming inside your head. You see, the poor think in terms of scarcity. They believe money is hard to get, that opportunities are limited, that success is for someone else. And what happens? They stay trapped, reinforcing their own chains with every thought, every excuse, every wasted second. But the wealthy, the ones who rise, the ones who build legacies, they think differently. They understand that money is a tool, not a master. They don't chase wealth. They command it. They shape reality with their vision. They don't beg for opportunities. They create them. The rich don't say, "I can't afford this." They ask, "How can I afford this?" The rich don't say, "Money is evil." They say, "Money is a tool that amplifies who I already am." Your thoughts have already determined your financial future, long before you ever see the numbers. Here's a hard truth. You've been lied to. Society wants you weak, dependent, afraid. They've programmed you to believe that money is difficult, that success is out of reach, that security is found in a 9-to-5 and a pension that barely keeps you alive. And you believed it. But look at the ones who break free, the outliers, the rule breakers, the ones who refuse to be just another cog in the system. They don't obey the script. They rewrite it. You have a choice: scarcity or wealth, fear or power, excuses or execution. Scarcity tells you to hoard, to fear, to avoid risk. Wealth tells you to invest, to expand, to seize control. Scarcity makes you a slave. Wealth makes you unstoppable. The difference between poverty and power is nothing but a shift in perception. There is no magic to this. No conspiracy, no hidden formula, just a law as real as gravity. Your thoughts create your actions. Your actions create your results. Your results create your reality. It's simple. Change your thoughts, and your world bends to your will. But most people won't do it. They'd rather suffer in comfort than rise in discomfort. They'd rather believe that money is a mystery than admit that their failures are self-inflicted. But you're here for a reason. You feel it. Deep down, a fire that won't go out. A hunger that won't be silenced. It's time to take control. The challenge. You want wealth? You want power? Then discipline your mind first. Write down 5 dominant thoughts you have about money every day. Are they wealth building or limiting? Are they pushing you toward power or keeping you weak? Rewrite them. Destroy the ones that don't serve you. Create a new financial truth. Money flows to me because I create value. I do not chase money. I attract it by becoming the kind of person who deserves it. I am in control of my financial destiny. No one else. Burn these into your mind. Repeat them until they become your new reality. Because they will. Lesson 2. The power of financial goals. Setting a wealth target. You don't drift into wealth. You command it. Success doesn't happen by accident. The richest, most powerful people in the world didn't just wake up one day with money pouring into their accounts. They set the target, locked in on the objective, and executed relentlessly. And yet, 95% of people will never achieve financial independence. Why? Because they live without direction. They wander aimlessly, paycheck to paycheck, waiting for a miracle that will never come. But you are different. You are here to break the cycle. And it starts with one thing: a clear, unwavering financial goal. Why 95% of people stay broke? Look around you. How many people complain about money, yet do absolutely nothing to change their situation? They say they want wealth, but they have no plan. They want freedom, but they won't sacrifice comfort. They work 40+ hours a week, but they don't know where their money goes. They are asleep at the wheel, slaves to a system they don't even understand. Why? Because they lack definiteness of purpose. The financially weak live reactively, responding to bills, reacting to emergencies, following the crowd. The financially strong live proactively. They set a target, strategize, and execute. If you don't set a wealth target, you are guaranteeing your own failure. Definiteness of purpose, the secret of the wealthy. Every self-made millionaire, every empire builder, every person who has ever broken free from the chains of financial mediocrity had one thing in common. They knew what they wanted. They didn't just say, "I want to be rich." They defined it. They wrote it down. They mapped out the path. They obsessed over it. Because a vague goal produces vague results. If you don't define the finish line, you will never cross it. Do you want $100,000 in your savings account? To start a business that generates $10,000 a month? To own 5 rental properties by age 40? Then write it down. Define it in detail. See it clearly, in your mind, before you ever touch it, in reality. SMART goals. The blueprint to financial success. Your goal must be more than a wish. It must be a battle plan. This is where most people fail. They dream, but they don't strategize. They fantasize, but they don't execute. To make wealth real, you must set SMART financial goals. S is for specific. Not "I want to be rich," but "I will save $50,000 in 2 years by investing 30% of my income." M is for measurable. Track progress. Break your goal into numbers, percentages, and milestones. A is for achievable. Push yourself, but make it realistic. You can't make $1 million overnight, but you can create a plan to get there. R is for relevant. Your goal must align with your bigger vision of success. T is for time-bound. Give yourself deadlines. Without a time frame, a goal is just a dream. Example. Goal. Build a $50,000 emergency fund. Plan. Save $2,000 per month by cutting unnecessary expenses and increasing income. Timeline. Achieve goal within 25 months. This is how real wealth is built. Step by step, with precision and discipline. Most people will hear this and do nothing. They will nod their heads, feel inspired for a few minutes, and then go right back to their old habits. That's why they stay broke. That's why they remain trapped. But you have a choice. Stay comfortable and stagnant, or embrace the pain of discipline to rise above the rest. The challenge: take control of your financial future. Step 1. Define one major financial goal. What do you want? Be specific. Do you want $10,000 in savings? A new income stream? To eliminate debt? Pick one and write it down. Step 2. Break it down into monthly and weekly steps. How much do you need to save per month? What expenses must you cut? What actions must you take? Reverse engineer success. Step 3. Commit. The difference between winners and losers. Execution. Most will never do this. Most will never be financially free. But those who lock in their financial targets, those who take control of their money instead of being controlled by it, they will dominate. Choose. Are you going to be another statistic? Or are you going to take what's yours? Lesson 3. The 30-Day Financial Discipline Challenge. Money is a game of discipline. Most people aren't broke because they don't make enough. They're broke because they lack control. They bleed money on useless purchases, emotional spending, and habits that keep them enslaved to a system designed to keep them comfortable, but powerless. If you can't control your spending, you'll never control your wealth. If you can't master your habits, your finances will always be at the mercy of impulse and external forces. The next 30 days will determine your financial future. You either take control now, or you continue making excuses, wondering why your bank account never reflects your potential. Small financial habits create wealth over time. Forget lottery winners and overnight success stories. Real wealth is built through small, consistent actions. Every dollar saved, every wise investment, every controlled decision adds up over time until one day you wake up free. But most people refuse to play the long game. They chase quick money, instant gratification, and short-term pleasure, and pay the price in long-term failure. The truth about wealth. Wealth isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep and multiply. Wealth doesn't happen in one big move. It's built through daily discipline. Wealth doesn't come from intelligence, it comes from consistency. So the question is, are your daily habits making you rich or keeping you poor? You say you want financial freedom, but does your spending reflect that? If you tracked every dollar you've spent in the last 30 days, would you be proud of it? Or would you see waste, foolishness, and financial suicide? The broke spend on impulse. The wealthy spend with purpose. The broke let their emotions control their wallets. The wealthy make their money work for them. If your money habits don't change, neither will your future. It's time to cut the dead weight. The role of budgeting, investing, and income growth in financial success. Budgeting equals telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. A budget isn't a restriction. It's a strategy. It's the difference between control and chaos. Investing equals making your money work for you, instead of you working for money forever. If your money isn't growing, it's dying. Every dollar that sits in a checking account, instead of being invested, is a wasted soldier in your army of wealth. Income growth equals breaking the chains of living paycheck to paycheck. If you don't actively seek to increase your income, you will remain financially stagnant. Wealthy people create money. They don't wait for a raise or a handout. The 30-Day Financial Discipline Challenge. Take back control. For the next 30 days, you will operate differently. You will think, spend, and act like a wealth builder, not a consumer. This is your test. Step 1. Track every dollar spent. Write down every single expense for the next 30 days. Identify wasteful spending and eliminate it. If it doesn't move you closer to wealth, it goes. Step 2. Identify one way to increase your income. Start a side hustle, freelancing, selling a skill, flipping items. Invest in yourself. Courses, books, skills that increase your earning power. Take action immediately. No excuses. Step 3. Save or invest a fixed percentage of every dollar earned. Choose a percentage. Start with 10 to 20%. And automate it. No exceptions. If you lack the discipline to save, you lack the discipline to be rich. The hard truth. Most will fail this challenge. Most people will cheat. They'll make excuses. They'll justify their spending. They'll lie to themselves. That's why most people are financially weak. That's why most people will never experience true wealth and freedom. But those who commit, those who endure 30 days of absolute financial discipline, will see the shift. They will see that money is not the problem. They were the problem. And now, they are the solution. If you fail to control your money, someone else will control you. If you refuse to change your habits, your future will look exactly like your past. If you don't master financial discipline, you will work for money until the day you die. This is your chance to break free, but only if you're willing to do what 95% of people won't. Are you disciplined enough to build wealth, or are you just another slave to bad habits? Prove it. Lesson 4. Financial attitude and action. Becoming the cause of your wealth. Most people will live and die in financial chains, not because they weren't smart enough, not because they didn't work hard enough, but because they refused to take control. They drift through life, waiting for wealth to happen to them, like it's some accident of fate. But let me tell you the brutal truth. Wealth doesn't happen to anyone. It is created, forged, and taken. The rich don't wait. The rich don't wish. The rich decide. They understand that financial success is an internal game. It starts with the right mindset, the right habits, and relentless execution. And those who fail, they choose weakness. They choose comfort over power, pleasure over progress, and excuses over action. If you want wealth, you must become the cause of it. Your financial situation is nothing more than a reflection of your mindset. Broke people think like victims. They blame the government, the economy, their boss, their upbringing. They never look in the mirror. Wealthy people think like owners. They know that every dollar they have, or don't have, is a direct result of their choices. The broke say, I can't save because life is too expensive. I don't make enough money to invest. Rich people are just lucky. The wealthy say, I find ways to save and invest, no matter what. I create more income by increasing my value. Wealth is a result of discipline and strategy, not luck. One group makes excuses. The other makes money. Which one are you? You are exactly where you deserve to be financially. That statement either pisses you off or wakes you up. Either way, it's the truth. The moment you realize that your financial status, good or bad, is a result of your decisions, your mindset, and your actions, is the moment you take your power back. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you wealth. Your financial future is 100% in your hands. If you're waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right circumstances, you've already lost. The wealthy don't wait for perfect conditions. They act despite them. You either take control of your financial life, or someone else will control it for you. Sacrifice today for a wealthy future. Most people are too weak to be rich. They crave comfort. They need instant gratification. They would rather feel rich today and be broke tomorrow than sacrifice now and build a future of absolute freedom. The broke finance luxuries before assets. The wealthy build assets before luxuries. The broke want comfort first, then complain about struggle later. The wealthy struggle first, then enjoy the fruits of their sacrifice. The difference between financial slavery and financial freedom is who is willing to endure short-term pain for long-term success. If you can't sacrifice, you can't be rich. It's that simple. The hard truth: most people will fail this step. Most people will continue their old habits, clinging to excuses, living paycheck to paycheck because they refuse to change. Most people will keep making impulse purchases, financing things they don't need, and avoiding the pain of discipline, ensuring they stay financially weak for life. But you have a choice. Will you be another statistic, another cog in the machine, another person who had the chance to be rich but lacked the discipline to take it? Or will you step up and become the architect of your financial destiny? The challenge: take back control. Step 1. Identify and eliminate one financial habit that keeps you stuck. Is it impulse spending? Is it using debt to fund your lifestyle? Is it making excuses instead of finding ways to increase income? Whatever it is, eliminate it now. Step 2. Develop a daily financial success habit. Check your investments every morning. Read something about wealth every day. Review your budget and track your money daily. If you do this, you will change your financial future permanently. If you don't, nothing will change. The choice is yours. Lesson 5. The reward. Mastering the strangest secret for wealth. Wealth is not a prize given to the lucky. It is not a random occurrence. It is not something you stumble into. Wealth is the reward for those who control their minds, their habits, and their actions with ruthless precision. If you are still waiting for a miracle, let me wake you up. There are no miracles. There is only cause and effect. You either control your financial destiny, or you remain at the mercy of a system designed to keep you in chains. The strangest secret is this: we become what we think about. And if you have mastered this, then financial success is no longer a possibility. It is an inevitability. Everyone wants to be rich, but few are willing to pay the price. Because wealth is expensive, not in dollars, but in discipline. It demands that you say no to the distractions that keep you poor. It demands that you sacrifice comfort today for freedom tomorrow. It demands that you work when no one is watching, invest when others are afraid, and build when others are wasting time. If you are not willing to be relentless, patient, and obsessed, wealth will always be out of reach. Most people don't fail because they lack opportunity. Most people fail because they lack consistency. They start a budget, then abandon it. They invest a little, then panic and sell. They try to build a business, then quit when it gets hard. The rich, they execute every day, without fail. That is why they win. Financial independence, the only true freedom. You have been programmed to believe that security comes from a paycheck, a stable job, and a retirement plan controlled by someone else. That is a lie. True security is not a paycheck. It is control. It is the ability to walk away from any situation because you own your time, your resources, and your future. Most people trade their lives for money. They sell their hours, their freedom, their energy, and call it security. But the ones who truly understand wealth, they make money their servant, not their master. They build businesses, investments, and assets that generate wealth, so they are never again forced to trade time for survival. This is what you are after. Not just money, but freedom. The path to absolute wealth. 3 non-negotiables. If you want to master the game of money, there are 3 non-negotiable rules. 1. Own assets, not just income. Most people live paycheck to paycheck because they only earn money from their job. The wealthy, they own money-producing assets. Real estate that pays them while they sleep. Stocks and businesses that grow in value over time. Intellectual property that generates passive income. Your goal is not to work harder. Your goal is to make money work for you. 2. Automate. Wealth. Eliminate emotion. Emotional decisions are the enemy of financial success. The broke let fear and greed control their money. The wealthy have systems in place to ensure wealth building is automatic. They automatically invest a percentage of every dollar they earn. They have a strict money management plan that prevents wasteful spending. They don't chase hype. They invest in proven long-term strategies. 3. Think in decades, not days. The biggest financial lie ever told: get rich quick. The wealthy do not chase short-term gains. They build empires that last for generations. They think in 10, 20, 50-year plans. They focus on long-term compound growth. They don't panic over daily losses. They play the game for financial immortality. If you are not willing to think long-term, you are not ready to be rich. The challenge: design your wealth. Future now. This is no longer theory. This is execution. Write your financial vision for the next 5 years. Define your financial independence number. Set a goal for income, savings, and investments. Be specific, measurable, and ambitious. Build a 6-month execution plan. Identify one major asset building goal. Choose one financial habit to master. Set monthly and weekly milestones to track progress. Eliminate your weaknesses. Identify the top 3 financial habits that are holding you back. Destroy them. Immediately. No exceptions. If you made it this far, you're already different from the rest. Most people will hear the truth about wealth and do nothing. They'll stay stuck in their old habits, making excuses, wasting time, waiting for success to magically appear. But you're here because you refuse to be like them. To our returning viewers, you are the backbone of the GrimFace movement. You already know what we stand for: breaking free from the system, taking control, and becoming the master of your own life. Keep pushing, keep building. Your future is in your hands. And if you're new here, welcome to the dark side of motivation. This isn't your typical feel-good advice. This is raw, unfiltered truth that will either break you or build you. So if you're ready to step out of the herd, if you're ready to claim your financial power, hit that subscribe button and join the GrimFace movement. This is not just content. This is a call to war against mediocrity. Stay disciplined. Stay relentless. And remember, we become what we think about. See you in the next one. Let's build.